truth shall set ye free. Hey, Lucky Charmers, how you doing today? Okay, so I noticed that my exposing the realty on men in prison video has done pretty well in comparison to my other ones. You know, I'm just getting going here. It's like, who the hell are you? But I could make hundreds of videos talking about that kind of stuff. But I've actually been trying to be slightly reserved because I feel like to just freely talk about it is not as credible as when I get going with my prison diaries, which will start in June, because that's when my first journal entry started. I first started writing in my journal while I was locked up, June. So I want to coordinate the days where it's like the same day that I'm posting a video is the same day that I wrote, you know what I'm saying? So it starts in June. And I think that it will be more believable when you're able to hear about a case by case by case by case by case scenario up to infinity, you know, play out in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in the beginning, I was in phase 1 of the jail, which is like classification. So I was by myself. So the start of my prison diaries are actually me just kind of talking about, you know, talking about the environment and just whining and complaining. But once I get back into population, anytime that I'm in population, it is always, you know, on and popping every single time. Now, since I've been hearing some feedback on Twitter and then just seeing, like, you know, the views on that video do pretty well, I will tell the truth is that them guys, the entire time that I was in there, not to make it sound like, oh, everybody was coming on to me, girl. Everybody was hitting on me, girl. But everybody was coming on to me, girl. Everybody was hitting on me like every single freaking day. And it was not flattering. It was actually infuriating and insulting. And the reason why, I know that that sounds like crap. I know it's like I'm calling BS on you. This is why. I'm going to lay it out for you why. I'm a gay guy. I like gay guys. I like guys that are attracted to other guys. I like guys who are attracted to me as a guy. It doesn't matter how feminine I am. It doesn't matter. The attraction that a guy has towards me that I like is because I have the same parts as him, and that's what I'm attracted to. Do you see what I'm saying? In there, that is not the attraction. These guys always, especially with me, I guess because I have this soft voice, I suppose my mannerism is, you know, feminine. I've been told I think like, you know, I think like a girl. I'm not one, though. I'm not a girl. I don't want to be. I love girls. I always will pick a girl's side over a guy's side in any argument. Even if the girl is wrong, I will find some way to justify what her angle is. You know what I'm saying? I do like girls. But I don't want to be one. I am not in transition. I don't think of myself as a girl. I don't want to be treated like a girl. And the way that guys treat girls are so disrespectful. And I didn't really realize just how disrespectful until I was experiencing it firsthand. Just I don't know, just belittling and degrading, I guess, like degrading, yeah, degrading, that's the word that I'm looking for. The degrading way that men treat women is disgusting. And the fact that here I am a man, regardless of being a homosexual man, but I was being treated in that way, it just pissed me off all the more so. And then it especially pissed me off because I'm thinking like, I shouldn't even be dealing with this. I thought that y'all were straight. Why the hell are you coming at me like this? I'm not inviting you like this. I'm not giving you any type of signals that I'm looking for this type of attention. You know what I'm saying? And then all it did was just make things harder for me. I had the staff always thinking that I'm the source of the drama. I'm just out to create trouble. And then it didn't help that I was a anomaly, I guess you could say, like a rare case in the sense that typically in there, the gays actually love that. They love that they're, just the source of all attention, and they just cause such a major stir, and they can just, manipulate the guys, get them to do whatever they want for them, or, whatever. They start to be kind of like enticed by the challenge of getting any guy that they want. You know what I'm saying? Even somebody that acts and proclaims to be so disgusted by homosexuality, but it's like, catch them at the right place, I bet I can nail them. And 9 out of 10 times they actually do. And I'm here to tell you, girls, I hate to deliver this awful, terrible, disgusting news, but I'm here to tell you that too many guys in there had girlfriends. Not to make all girls that are, keeping in contact with a guy just like stop answering their phone calls, because it is depressing in there. Like, you really don't have nothing. Your lifeline is whoever it is that you have on the outside, and if you don't have that, you are at the mercy of the environment, and it is hard. But nevertheless, I'm unfortunately telling you the truth, and when I get to my prison diaries, you'll hear about it in, like, live play out, for the day. A lot of guys had women out there, baby mamas, girlfriends, wives, whoever, taking care, helping them out, coming to see them or whatever. There obviously were plenty of guys that were loyal to the girls. There were. I'm not trying to make it sound like every single guy, but there was definitely too many guys that were feeding this poor girl some lies and some bull BS, and then getting off that phone. It didn't matter how many times they talked to them. They could be talking to the girl like literally 4 or 5 times in a day, and then still get off the phone and then be sitting playing cards or whatever, and trying to bump up and rub up and make jokes and flash their stuff when they go into the shower or when they at the cell or something like that. Like, I'm like, and just because I'm gay does not mean that I'm so desperate to please you. Like, for what? For what? First of all, you're a criminal. I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, prior to me getting in trouble, which I realized is like I was there. It took me a very long time to realize I'm here, so I'm one of them. It took me like almost pretty much near the end of my time. I served 3 years. That I finally started to realize, like, I can't keep judging these people like they're so different from me when I'm here with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? But for a long time, I was feeling like, y'all are cut from a completely different cloth. Like, I'm definitely, in real life, I'm not used to associating myself with people like this that actively break into cars and rob people and steal stuff and sell drugs and, in gangs. You had gang members on the low. The gang members were then it creates danger not only for them but for the homosexual. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a mess. It's a mess, and it's definitely a very tight kept secret. Obviously, it's a tight kept secret, that goes on in there, because you have the homosexuals that why do they care to speak out about it? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make a difference to them. And then obviously the heterosexual guys, they're not going to talk about that. But I'm here to talk about it, because it pissed me off the entire time that I was in there. It made my time really hard, like, on the end, for just having to deal with it. And then also, I couldn't get no help from administrative staff, because they're used to homosexuals actually encouraging that and loving it, you know what I mean, like feeding off of it. So here I am, naturally, of course, I would just be, overjoyed by all of this. So I'm the source of the problem, It was just a mess. I ended up even like shaving my head and growing in this beard. I still had a beard actually when I came out. If you check my first video, you don't have to watch it if you don't want. It's short, I think, but just even the picture, it was before I was doing thumbnails and stuff. You'll see when I first got out, I had a beard, and it was because of the environment. I was doing everything I could to like repel these guys, like try to get it through to them. Hello, I'm not a woman. I'm not trying to be a woman. You are the one assuming I'm trying to impersonate a woman or, trick you in some kind of way. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm a guy. just a regular bona fide gay guy, and you claim to be straight, so what the hell are you doing? Stop talking to me. Yeah, so I'm done. That is just a little tip of what's to come later when I'm reading my prison diaries. I hope that I'll be calmer as I read through them, because I'll just be sharing about what happened and not actually just discussing on the topic. But just like in that exposing the realty about men in prison video that I made, I was kind of hyped. This video, it gets me hyped too, because I was really bothered the entire time, and it just didn't make sense to me that I had to deal with that. Why did I have to deal with that? And then to hear any guy that's been in prison or jail, all of them will be like, well, I mean, I can't speak for what he went through or whatever, you know what I mean, but definitely I wasn't down with it, I wasn't with it. It's like, how is it that nobody was with it, but yet I was bothered by every single person? And you had people that were outright just didn't care. And then, of course, you had the people on the low, you know what I mean, trying to get at you in secret and behind everybody's back. Either which way, it just bothered me. Like, it just bothered me. It just was awful. So, yeah. Whew, whew. To become an official Lucky Charmer, make sure to hit subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Love you.